While scavenging for an IDE CD drive, as one does, I hit the jackpot. Not only a DVD drive, but also a GeForce 6200 graphics card and a TV Anywhere Plus, or is it TV Anywhere? While it is now obsolete and I have no immediate use for it, I would have loved to have it around 2010. TV tuner cards like this made it possible to watch and record TV directly on your computer screen. My interest, of course, would have been to connect video game consoles and play them without having to lug a TV around. Just stick the yellow plug in the yellow port. Easy enough, right? As with any expansion card, you'll need the software to go with it. To my surprise, MSI still has its support pages online for the TV Anywhere, so I could disregard the usual cadre of sketchy driver sites. They have the driver and DVR software, both of which are needed. With those downloaded and installed, I still couldn't figure out why I wasn't getting any signal from my Super Nintendo. I tried the coax input, but the cable didn't really fit in this weird connector. Holding it just right did show a picture, so I knew the card was working. Searching Google didn't turn up anything helpful. Then, on the product listing on Newegg, I found the source of the problems. That yellow port isn't for video at all. It's for an FM radio antenna. To hook up a composite video source requires some bizarre proprietary cable, and even the coax input requires some kind of adapter. eBay didn't turn up any specific cables for this card, but I wasn't ready to give up. I'm an electronics noob, but I can run some wires. I figured if a janky adapter can do the job, then I'll build one. Using a couple bits of wire, I probed each pin on the connector. I found the composite video pin I needed, along with S-Video Chroma and Luma, and finally audio. It only seems to take mono for some reason. Armed with this information, I could build an adapter and get the composite video input. But then I had a revelation. Instead of chopping up a cable for parts, why not repurpose the FM antenna port? After several failed experiments, I came to this solution. Disconnect the antenna port from the radio circuit by removing this capacitor. Then, I figured out which pin on the board corresponds to the composite video input and ran a wire from it to the repurposed FM antenna port. After all this, I was dismayed to learn the port is just slightly too small for the video plug to fit. However, after some forceful persuasion, I was able to convince it otherwise. Overall, the project was a success. The lag is surprisingly small and the video looks pretty decent. The mono sound is a little disappointing, but there's no problem using the line-in on my sound card instead. There are a multitude of better ways to play and record retro games these days, but this experiment was good practice not just in hardware skills, but also troubleshooting, researching, and creative problem solving. Plus, it was a lot of fun. Now, if only I could figure out why this drive only reads CDs and not DVDs, or I can move on to trying out this GeForce 6200 once I replace all of the blown capacitors. I know I'm a bad YouTuber because I'm reminding you to like and subscribe after you've actually watched the video, but please consider it. Thanks for watching.